Good day, kids! Welcome to our channel. For today's topic, we have visualizes multiplication of fraction using modules and multiplies fraction and a whole number and another fraction. You can use area model to develop understanding the concept of multiplying fractions. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to visualize multiplication of fractions using modules and multiply fraction and a whole number and another fraction. So, bali dalawang objectives ang meron tayo para sa lesson natin sa araw na ito. Una, ang matuto kayo mag-visualize ng multiplication of fractions gamit ang mga modules, and another one, ang matuto rin kayong mag-multiply ng fraction, ng whole number at ng isa pang fraction. Are you ready? Okay, let's do this. Bilang panimula, I want you to illustrate the following fractions. So you're going to draw a representation of each fraction. I suggest rectangle na lang ang gamitin ninyo para mas madaling hatiin ang bawat part ng fraction. Okay? So let's start. Now, natandaan na ba kung paano mag-illustrate ng isang given fraction? Very good. So, pwede na tayo mag-start ng ating discussion for today. Read and analyze the problem. Observe the visualization of the problem. It takes 3/5 hours to read a book. How many hours will it take him to read 3 books? The first thing that we need to do is to visualize or illustrate the given numbers. So for 3/5, we have this one. So as you can see, merong tatlong shaded parts out of 5 parts because it's 3/5 or 3/5. At bawat isang part dyan ay 1/5 or 1/5. Yan. So itong illustration na to ay nire-represent ang number of hours kung gaano katagal ba ang pagbabasa ng isang libro. Since the question is, gaano katagal naman magbabasa kung 3 libro ang babasahin? So, we need to illustrate 3 of this one. So, ulitin natin. Yan. So, we have now 3/5. So, kumbaga 3/5 ang meron tayo dahil 3 libro ang babasahin. Okay. So, after that, pagsasama-samahin natin ang lahat ng shaded parts. So, ilang shaded parts ba ang meron tayo dito? So, we have a total of 9 shaded parts and it will be look like this. Yan. So, pinagsama-sama natin yan. At bawat isang shaded part pa rin ay 1/5. Yan. So, meron tayong siyam na 1 over 5 dito. So, if you're going to add all the 1/5 here, so ang total niya ay 9 over 5 because we're just going to add all the numerators dahil pare-pareho lang naman yung denominator natin na 5. So, di ba yun yung rule natin kapag mag-add tayo ng fractions, dapat pare-pareho ang denominator and then after that, i-add na natin ang mga numerators. So, if we're going to use the multiplication, it will be look like this. So, we have 3 times 3 over 5. And then we have 3 times 3 over 5. So, later ko i-explain kung bakit siya naging 3 times 3 over 5. So, 3 times 3 equals 9 over 5. So, diba? 9 over 5 yung sum natin kanina. So, yung 9 ay dahil 3 times 3 equals 9 and then 5. Kinopy lang natin yung denominator na 5 dahil wala naman tayong i-multiply sa 5. Okay? So, since 9 over 5 is an improper fraction, hindi pa ito dapat yung final answer. We need to convert this fraction into a mixed form. So, the mixed form for 9 over 5 is equal to 1. So, yung 1 dito represents the first illustration, which is equal to 1 whole kasi dahil yung isang buong illustration na yan ay lahat may shade. And then, kung mag-add naman tayo, ang magiging sum natin dyan ay 5 over 5 dahil meron tayong 5 1/5, diba? And 5 over 5 is also equal to 1 because 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Okay? And then, for the second illustration is 4/5 naman. Kasi there are 4 shaded parts out of 5 parts. And kung mag-a-add naman tayo, 4 over 5 pa rin yung makukuha nating sum. Okay? And then yung last illustration naman, since wala naman siyang kahit isang shade, i-disregard na natin. So, ibig sabihin, ang mixed form ng 9 over 5 is equal to 1 and 4/5. Therefore, it takes 1 and 4/5 hours to read 3 books. For the second example, multiply 2/3 by 1/2. So the first thing that we need to do, of course, is we need to visualize the given fractions. So for 2/3, ito yung illustration niya. So ang pinili ko dito is naka-vertical siya and then yellow ang shaded parts. So 2 shaded parts out of 3. And then for 1/2 naman, so, color blue yung ginamit ko dito and naka-horizontal naman siya. So, importante na dapat yung isang given ay naka-vertical and then yung isa naman ay naka-horizontal. So, later malalaman nyo kung bakit. Next, we need to combine both illustrations. So, kaya importante din na same ang kanilang size. Okay? So, from 2 illustrations, magiging isa na lang siya. At ang magiging itsura niya ay ganito. So, yan. So, madali pa rin ma-identify kung alin ang 2/3 dahil naka-vertical siya and then yellow yung color niya. And then for 1/2 naman, naka-horizontal and then blue. May part dyan na nag-overlap ang shaded parts ng 2/3 and 1/2. So, yun ay yung color green. Pero hindi naman lahat nag-overlap kasi makikita nyo may blue pa rin and then may yellow pa rin. Meron tayong 2 parts na nag-overlap out of 6 total parts dahil 6 na yung ating bagong parts, total number of parts ngayon. Now, the question is, paano natin malalaman ng product ng given fractions if we are using illustrations? The product is the number of parts na nag-overlap over the total number of parts. So, dahil meron tayong 2 parts dito na nag-overlap out of 6 parts. So, therefore, our product here is 2 over 6. Ngayon, ang 2 over 6 ba ay final answer na? Of course not. Dahil may common factor pa ang 2 at 6. except 1. So, ilo-lowest term pa natin siya. Okay? So, ang GCF ng 2 and 6 ay 2. So, therefore, i-divide pa natin ang 2 at 6 by 2. And our final answer here is 1/3. Very good. Therefore, the product is 1/3. Next, multiply 7/9 by 5/8. So, same thing pa rin. Mag-visualize tayo ng fractions. So, for 7/9, it's this 1. So, red siya and then naka-vertical. And for 5/8, naka-horizontal and then yellow. So, same pa rin ang kanilang size and shape. Now, i-combine naman natin ang dalawang illustrations. So, ganito na siya. Yan. So, may parts din dyan na nag-overlap. Yun na yung color orange. Yan. So, the number of parts na nag-overlap ay 35 out of yung panibagong total number of parts ng ating bagong illustration ay 72. So, therefore, the product is 35/72. So, ang 35/72 ba ay naka-lowest term na? Yes, very good. Dahil ang kanilang greatest common factor na lang ay 1. So, therefore, hindi na tayo mag-lowest term. Therefore, the product is 35/72. So, those are the steps in multiplying fractions using modals. So, now let's proceed on multiplication of fractions, whole numbers, mixed fractions, and another fractions. It's easy to multiply fractions by a whole number and another fraction. Start by turning your mixed fractions or whole numbers into improper fractions. So, dapat kasi pag mag-multiply tayo ng fractions, dapat naka-fractional form sila. So, dapat may numerator and denominator. So, ang whole number kasi hindi siya naka-fractional form. And then, ang mixed form naman, meron siyang whole number sa gilid. So, therefore, dapat fractional form lang, numerator and denominator lang dapat. Then, multiply the numerators of all the given fractions. And then lastly, multiply the denominators and simplify your result. So, kaya dapat naka-fractional form siya. Dahil lang i-multiply lang natin ay numerator to numerator and then denominator to denominator. So, kung may whole number tayo, paano natin siya i-multiply? Wala naman siyang, hindi naman siya naka-fractional form. So, kaya dapat i-fractional form muna natin sila. Okay? And then, of course, kapag na-multiply na natin sila, dapat nakasimplify ang ating answers palagi. When we say simplified form, dapat naka-lowest term. Okay? For the first example, multiply 2, 5 and 1/2, and 1/3. So, as you can see, 1/3 lang ang ating naka-fractional form dahil siya lang ang naka-numerator and denominator. So, ang 2 ay whole number and then yung 5 and 1/2 ay mixed form. So, what are we going to do here? First, we need to convert whole number to fraction. So, ang whole number natin ay 2. Any whole number has an invisible denominator 1. So, therefore, kahit anong given na whole number, it is automatically over 1. So, therefore, from 2, it will be 2/1. So, ang fractional form ng whole number na 2 ay 2/1. Next, convert the mixed fraction to improper fraction. So, ang given natin na mixed fraction ay 5 and 1/2. So, kapag mag-convert tayo ng mixed fraction to improper fraction, we're going to multiply and add. Okay, so mag-start tayo from denominator to whole number to the numerator. So, paano yon? So, it's 2, which is the denominator, times 5, which is the whole number, plus 1, which is the numerator. And then, just copy the denominator. So now let's solve. We have 2 times 5 plus 1 equals, okay, so it's 11. Very good. And then for the denominator, ika-copy lang natin yung denominator dito, which is 2. So therefore, the improper fraction form for 5 and 1/2 is 11 over 2. At dahil naka-fractional form na lahat ang ating given, pwede na tayong mag-proceed sa step 3. Multiply the numerators and the denominators of all the given. So we have 2 times 11 times 1. So ito lahat ng numerators over 1 times 2 times 3. So ito naman ang ating mga denominators, which is equal to 22 over 6. Next, step 4, turn the answer into mixed form. So dahil improper fraction ang ating sagot, para ma-simplify natin siya, dapat naka-mixed form siya. And then kung may ilo-lowest term ba tayo sa fractional part, maglo-lowest term pa rin tayo. Okay, so our product earlier is 22 over 6. So kung kanina, nung ang given natin ay mixed and then gagawin natin siyang improper, nag-multiply na nag-add tayo. So dahil baligtad naman ngayon, from improper naman into mixed fraction, mag-divide and mag-subtract naman tayo. So we're going to divide 22 by 6. So ang magiging quotient niya, siya ang magiging whole number. And then kung may remainder, siya ang numerator. Tapos yun namang denominator, kung ano yung denominator natin dito sa ating answer, yun lang din ang denominator natin sa mixed form, which is 6. So now, what is 22 divided by 6? Okay, so it's 3. Very good. So therefore, 3 ang ating whole number. So meron ba tayong remainder dito? Yes, of course. It's equal to 4. Dahil ang 3 times 6 ay 18 lang, and 22 minus 18 is equal to 4. So therefore, meron tayong remainder na 4. And then for our denominator, of course, we're just going to copy the denominator 6. Therefore, ang mixed form ng 22 over 6 ay 3 and 4 over 6. Now, ang 3 and 4 over 6 ba ay naka-lowest term na? Hindi pa. Dahil ang fractional part nito na 4 over 6 ay pwede pa nating i-reduce. So, ano ang greatest common factor ng 4 and 6? Okay, so it's 2. Very good. So, therefore, i-reduce pa natin siya. Yung whole number na 3, ikakopy lang natin yan. Okay. So, let's divide 4 and 6 by 2, which is equal to 2 over 3. So, therefore, ang ating pinakang lowest term ay 3 and 2 over 3. Therefore, the product is 3 and 2 over 3. Next, multiply 4, 2 over 3, and 1 over 5. So, dito medyo madali lang dahil isa lang ang hindi naka-fractional form, which is the whole number 4. Convert the whole number to fraction. So, again, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, lahat ng whole number ay merong denominator na 1. So, therefore, from 4, this will be 4 over 1. And then the rest, ganun lang siya kasi naka-fractional form na naman siya. Dahil wala na tayong i-convert, pwede na tayong mag-multiply ng numerators and then denominators. So we have 4 times 2 times 1 over 1 times 3 times 5 equals 8 over 15. Now, ang 8 over 15 ba ay naka-lowest term na? Yes, very good. Dahil ang kanilang greatest common factor ay 1 na lang. So therefore, ito na ang ating final answer. Hindi na natin siya kailangang i-reduce pa sa lowest term dahil naka-lowest term na siya. Okay? Therefore, the product is 8/15. Now, let's see kung may natutunan kayo sa aking lesson. Kindly prepare a paper and pen. Maaari niyong i-pause ang video para may time kayo sa pagsasagot. Are you ready? Okay, so let's start.
Entertainment.
Thank you everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in our next lesson. Bye-bye.